Assalamu alaikum dear students. Lecture is divided into two parts. In the first part we have going to have a view what is dictionary, how we can use dictionary and the skills pertaining to dictionary. In the second part of this lecture we are going to have uh, introduction, what is vocabulary and how we can enhance our vocabulary. So now we start with the part 1 of this lecture 1 pertaining to comprehension and composition. English comprehension, composition, functional English, lecture 1 part 1. Lecture outcomes. Here some of the outcomes are mentioned. First is dictionary meaning, use. What is meant by dictionary and how we use the dictionary. Second outcome is dictionary skills, and third outcome is how to enhance our vocabulary. So assignment, for your assignment and practice, the question is why do we need a dictionary? How to enhance our vocabulary? Now we shall begin our lecture, that is dictionary and its usage. Dictionary, a book explaining in alphabetical order words of a language or giving their equivalent in other language. Most of most of you have already acquainted with the dictionary. There are different sorts of dictionaries in the market pertaining to different subjects: medical dictionary, law dictionary, student dictionary, high class dictionaries. So different sorts of dictionaries are available in the market pertaining to the subject concerned. So what is the plan of dictionary? It is a book explaining in alphabetical order words of a language. It may pertain to some language, some branch of knowledge. What it gives, it explains the word we want to know the meaning of. And the other thing that dictionary tells us is it tells about their equivalent, the word equivalent in pertaining to some branch of knowledge or some language. Second point is it is primarily a book of reference, supplying much more than meanings and spellings. It does not only tells us about the meaning of a word, but also it tells more than that. So it is a reference book. It can be used as a reference book. Fourth point is a wealth of information. Dictionary contains wealth of information about any, for example, science dictionary contains many terms that are relating to science. And in the science dictionary there are different sorts of dictionary. For example, uh, biological, medical, for example I mentioned medical dictionary. So the medical dictionary would explain you the terms that are related to the medical field of knowledge. So there is wealth of information in the dictionary. Fourth point is a record of changes in vocabulary. We use different sort of words, and the words have different variations within same language. For example, a word is play, display, playful, playing. These are different variations for a single word play. So we see a record of changes in vocabulary when we study a dictionary. Using a dictionary. First point is easy to use by knowing its plan. If we know the plan of the dictionary, then it is very easy to use. To know a plan of dictionary, different dictionaries have different plans. For example, some dictionaries only have the information how to utter a word and origin, and gives history of the words and their origin. Some dictionaries are concerned with the use of the specific word in accordance with the uh, language spoken being in specific regions. So different dictionaries have different plans. When we go through some initial pages of a dictionary, we would know the exact plan of that dictionary. So the plan of dictionary is a necessary thing in order to understand any sort of dictionary. Second point is each and every dictionary has its unique plan. Third point is read first a few pages to understand the plan. So it is these are the ways uh, through which we can know uh, the plan of a dictionary. Why to use? Why we use a dictionary? So some points are given here. The first is to look up meaning of a word. First thing is that we make use of dictionary in order to know the meaning of a word. Second point is English translation of a word in your own language. For example, if a person speaks Punjabi and he wants to know the meaning of some English word into Punjabi, he can make use of dictionary so that he may be able to use that word uh, very conveniently when he is going to speak English. So English translation of the word in our own language has its own importance. To check, third point is to check plural of a noun, past form of verb etc. When we make use of dictionary, the words are categorized into different parts of speech: noun, adjective, verb, etc. And dictionary tells us about to which part of speech that word belong to. So the dictionary tells us not only tells us about the specific category of that word, but also it tells us about if there is a verb. So it also tells us about different forms of a single word. For example, as I have earlier mentioned, the word play. So different forms of verb play are playful, playing, display. Fourth point is to find out synonyms, antonyms of words. Dictionary tells us about the similar words, the words that are similar to meaning, the specific words, and also tells us about the opposite of that word. Fifth point is to look up collocation and parts of speech for words. Sixth point is to know transcription and pronunciation of a word. Every good dictionary has transcripted form of a word. Transcription is the symbolic representation of sound. Transcription are symbolic representation of sounds. And every good dictionary has transcription after every word and how a word can be pronounced or uttered. Seventh point is that to know the use of word in language. Dictionary tells us about the usage of word in specific use of the word in the particular language. For example, if I am using English dictionary of English, uh, the word there are two or three sentences given that makes us and that tells us about the usage of that word in that language, the sense of that word. So in this way the sense of that word is cleared in our mind. Functions of dictionary. Here I have described some different functions of a dictionary. Synonyms, antonyms. The second point is parts of speech. Third point is transcription and pronunciation. Syllabification. In a dictionary, words are transcripted in the form of groups, in the form of sound units, so that it is called syllabification. So the syllabification is very important. For example, the word is insult. Insult. There are two syllables in the single word. When I use this word as a noun, it will be insult. So the stress will be on the first syllable. First syllable will be stressed and long, and the second syllable will be unstressed and short. Insult. And if I use that word as a verb, then stress will be on the second syllable and second syllable will be long. For example, insult. So stress is on second syllable. So syllabification is very important part of a dictionary. Meaning and use of words. Function of dictionary is to tell about the meaning and how the words can be used. Etymology. Dictionary tells about us about the structure of a word Etiology tells us about the root of the words. For example, a word is psychology. Psychology comes from the word psyche, and psyche in the Greek, it is a Greek word. Psyche is a goddess of wisdom in Greek mythology. So the Psyche word come from Greece. So in this way, Psyche is the root word. So dictionary tells us about the roots of the words, the base of the words. Variants. Variants are different uh, sort of transformation of the same word. Different sort of transformations of the same word. For example, inform, information, informing, informed. These are different variants of a single word inform. Inflections. Words in a dictionary. Words in a dictionary are of two types. First type of words is guide words. Guide words are two words present on the top. Present on the top. The word on the left is the first word of the page, and the word on the left is last word of the page. The word on the right side of the page is the first word of the page, and word on the left is the last word of the page. Every dictionary has guide words on its pages, on the very top of their pages. All the words whose entries are given lie within gap between the guide words. So these two words are the limits. One is beginning, from where the page begins, and the last word that is written on the left page of the dictionary. Each left side of the page of dictionary is the end word of that page. All the words whose entries are given, so the specific page on which the entries are given lies within the very top words of that page, lies in the gap between the guide words. Entry words. Entry words are the word explained on the page. So students, this is some very basic information about the usage of dictionary, the important points that I have told you.